For years, Samsung's foldable phones felt predictable in one important way. You always knew exactly what kind of performance you were getting inside. But now, that pattern may finally be changing. And honestly, the shift feels bigger than most people expected. Last year, Samsung quietly surprised everyone by bringing Exynos chips into the Flip lineup for the first time. Since then, one big question has been floating around. What happens next for Samsung's 2026 foldables? Now, a fresh leak may have finally revealed the first real answer. According to recent rumors, Samsung could be planning a mixed chipset strategy for the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 8, Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide, and Galaxy Z Flip 8. And depending on which model you pick, the experience under the hood might feel very different this year. For Fold fans, though, the early news sounds pretty reassuring. Tech insider Aaron Khan Yilmaz claims that both the Galaxy Z Fold 8 and the all-new Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide are expected to stick with Snapdragon power. More specifically, Samsung is reportedly testing the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for both devices. But these may not be standard versions of the chip. Samsung is once again rumored to use the special 4 Galaxy editions, meaning slightly boosted CPU speeds, deeper optimization, and performance tuning designed specifically for Galaxy devices. It's the kind of upgrade most people never directly notice, but somehow always feel during everyday use. What makes this even more interesting is the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide itself. Unlike the regular Fold, this model is rumored to be a completely new addition to Samsung's foldable lineup, and honestly, the name alone suggests Samsung could be preparing something larger, thinner, and far more ambitious than anything we've seen before. The Galaxy Z Flip 8, however, is where things become a little less clear. Right now, Samsung reportedly still hasn't fully decided between Exynos, Snapdragon, or even a regional mix of both chips. But if earlier reports are accurate, the Exynos 2600 may already be the leading option. And honestly, that would make a lot of sense. The previous Flip generation was the first major sign that Samsung was becoming more confident in its own silicon again. At the same time, the Flip series has slowly evolved into Samsung's more lifestyle-focused foldable, and using Exynos there could be part of a much bigger long-term strategy. For now, though, nothing has been officially confirmed. Samsung usually unveils its new foldables toward the end of summer, so until then, most of this information is still coming from early leaks, insider reports, and hidden software discoveries. Pricing details are also still missing, but the possible arrival of a new wide model strongly hints that Samsung is preparing to push its foldable lineup even further in 2026. And honestly, it's becoming harder and harder for Samsung to keep this device hidden. Even before the rumored July launch event, the upcoming wide fold is once again appearing in places nobody expected, this time inside Samsung's own software. New render images were recently discovered in One UI 9 by the Cypher project on Telegram, and the more these leaks continue showing up, the more real this phone starts to feel. The renders appear to be hidden directly inside Samsung's settings interface, quietly revealing the phone from multiple angles. One image shows the wide fold fully opened from the back, giving us another clear look at that noticeably wider display ratio, along with a surprisingly simple dual-camera setup. Then, switching to the front, 2 more renders reveal the lock screen experience on both the inner and outer displays. It's subtle, but you can already tell Samsung is moving in a very different direction compared to its usual Fold lineup. At the same time, Android Authority reportedly discovered the same renders and even compared the wide fold directly next to the Galaxy Z Fold 8, and once again, the size difference immediately stands out. What's really interesting is that we've now seen this foldable leak repeatedly through software files, hidden animations, and internal renders, yet somehow nobody has actually spotted the real device in public yet. And honestly, that mystery is only making this phone even more interesting.